I love doing this. I love turning. You see me?
Yeah.
This is all power off. Look at that.
Carries it well.
Look at that. Look how nice. And then slowly apply flour, and then away she goes. Hello, Stuart here for HobbyKing to present to you a new release. It is new. I will say it's new. It's something that's been out before, but quite some years ago, and it's had quite a dramatic change, and it is much, much better for it. And I'm actually very excited to bring this to you because it's a blast to fly. As we will show you in the official flight review we're going to give you right now of the HobbyKing Cherokee V2. And well, here it is, 1.7 meter, 1700 millimeter Cherokee. I guess we can call it a V2. Now, let me just get into that. The first one was came out, it wasn't one of my projects, but it was about 8 or 10 years ago, developed by a friend of mine, Paul Sussbaugh, when we were all working out in Hong Kong office. And it was pretty good, but it wasn't perfect by a long shot. It had an EDF on the top, and that was draggy and underpowered, didn't sound great. And you'll see straight away, there's a stark difference between that version and this one. This one now has a motor pod. And I'll give you a demonstration of that right now, actually, whilst we're talking about it. So there's throttle cut. This is how the motor pod works. It's retractable. And then it goes down of its own accord, nice and slowly like that. I'll get into the details of that in just a second. What that means is you've got a much, much more streamlined design in the air when you're not using the motor, because essentially it is a glider, but it's a power glider, a motor glider at this point. 1700 millimeter span, as I said. Those two wing panels just slide on. There's a servo on each wing, and then there's a screw just underneath the motor pod. Won't bother showing you there, but you believe me when I say there's a single screw that mounts that on, as well as the wing joining spar. That's your wing installed. One screw for two wings. So it like overlaps, like so, and then goes down. So that's great, nice and simple. Tail plane is also screw on, the horizontal stab I mean, and the vertical stab is pre-installed and pre-hinged. So all you've really got to do is install the wings, install the tail, connect up the push rods, and install your battery and receiver. Now, whilst we're talking about that, let's take the canopy off. This is the canopy hatch. Okay, canopy comes off, you slide it forward. It's a latch and magnet type system. Now, it is a little cramped in there. I've got my 6-channel receiver on top of a piece of foam, and then underneath that are the servos. Now, this calls for a 2200 3S, but I'm running the shorty pack. The great thing about the shorty pack, you can get it all the way forward, and that helps really massively with the balance. We had a real balance issue with this one before, but now with the shorty pack pushed all the way forward, it's really not a problem at all, as you'll see when it's out there in the air. So anyway, battery, servos, receiver, and then speed controller underneath it all at the bottom here. I do have my aerials just out to the side like that. It's not aesthetically the most prettiest, but it's certainly functional, and I don't mind it like that for myself. It works well for me. Yeah, exactly. Right, let's talk about another change. It now has a hardened plastic nose cone. Before this was foam. Now it's fully closed off in plastic, which is great, because when you're landing on a glider, you know, you'll probably knock the nose occasionally. If I turn it over, there's the belly wheel, I guess you call it, fuselage wheel, undercarriage. Plastic covers on the servos there. This is the skid plate on the bottom. This is all plastic. This is foam. This is plastic. We even include a little hook if you want to tow. You can do. I'm not sure if we're going to get into the towing in this video, but certainly the tow hook is there if you want to give that a go. And it's very, very light. You could easily tow this, well, definitely with a Grand Tundra, probably even a Tundra V2 on. Yeah, on a 4S it wouldn't be a problem. But like I said, it's got this amazing motor pod, and get back into a little bit more of the details on this. So this brushless outrunner on this, and it's running a, let me just double check that, yeah, 6x4 propeller on that, running on a 2200 3S. And I've got the throttle cut on at the moment, but essentially there's a bearing in here on this pivot. It's a drag bearing, I think that's the correct word. Basically it's got some resistance in it. So just enough that when there's some power applied, the pod will come all the way forward and give you the thrust you need. But then when the power's off, and then just even with the smallest amount of wind resistance, that will go down. Now see how it's not going down like instantly? There's some resistance there. That's the drag bearing doing its thing. During development we tried it with regular bearings and it was just doing this all the time. It wasn't happy, but now it's working really, really good. Great thing about this, it really cleans the airframe up if you do want to glide, but if you want to fly it as a power glider, it's actually a lot of fun just to ring it around as a sports model. You can ROG, the grass is a little long and it's quite dry at the moment, but we'll give it a go anyway. Maybe I'll need to give it a little push, but typically when the grass is a little shorter, ROG is no problem. Touch and go is no problem, of course, with the wheel there. And all in all, it's just, it's surprisingly fun. And I'll show you what I mean when we go out now and give you a flight demonstration of the Cherokee V2 from HobbyKing. All right, so we're out here at the field, different day now, brighter, slightly less wind, but the wind is kind of doing its own thing today. Anyway, we're here to show you the Cherokee V2 with the motor pod. Grass is short, but it's very dry now, so ROG is not really possible in these conditions, but I will show you some touch and goes. But I'm going to get into the flight, show you it slow, show you it fast, show you it doing aerobatic, show you it doing gliding and touch and goes. It's just a lot of fun, this model. So without further ado, let's get into the launch. Launch at about half throttle and it's very steady. You see with the a little bit of throttle, the motor pod comes out. That's climbing away at half throttle now. I'm going to retract the motor simply by putting the throttle down. Here it comes. You see the motor's retracted now. Very, very nice. Quite nice energy retention on this too. We're going to apply some power now. Yeah, the wind's picked up a bit now. All right, here we go. So I'm going to bring it back round to the left and then I'm going to come round to the right. And I'll do a right to left pass, full power, just to give you an idea of power. Very, very nice. It's getting bashed around a bit in the wind. It's picked up now. That's full power climb. Going to kick on the rudder, retract the motor, and whooshes around. That's what I like doing. I love just powering up with the motor and then coming back down for some power off stuff. Do another one, but I'm going to go on higher rates this time just to knock over the tail. There we go. I'm going to do a loop on this. There we go. Now that was downwind, so probably a bit precarious. So I'm going to bring it round, still in high rates, going to come around to the right now, and we'll do it properly into wind now. Reduce the power, it doesn't need that much power. Now I'm going to power off, motor goes down, I'm going to dive. Do a nice loop, there we go. Nice and easy on high rates. And I think I'm even going to do a little wing over that as well. That's with the rudder. Bring it back round into wind. Rudder, a lot of rudder in the turn there. Slow it down. This is all power off, of course. And then look, watch the motor pod as I apply power. See how it comes out there? I'll do that again, but in low rates, just to give you a real sensation of how that motor pod comes out with the power applied. Power off now, coming downwind, pushing the nose a little bit, and away. I'm going to just give me a little bit of power downwind as I come around into the turn. Now I'm going to go power off. Give you guys an impression of how that pod comes up. Let's get it nice and level. See that? Now watch. You see that? See how it just comes up? It's very, very simple. It's just like a drag bearing. Apply power and away you go. Let's kick it over again. I'm going to go full power for a bit and do some silly stuff in high rates. Very, very silly. But lots of fun. Endless loops if you like them. Do some rolls now off of this. They can be silly if you like. I'll even do it inverted. Go on low rates for the inverted. Show you the inverted flight. Even with that motor pod on top like that, it's pretty straightforward. There we go. Maintains inverted just like a regularly powered model with the motor on the front. There it is, look. Going to keep it inverted and then come around to the left. Very, very nice. There we go, inverted pass. A little bit breezy, so I'm going to keep it a little bit higher. And I'm going to bunt out of that. Whoosh. Now that we're at this angle, let's climb, full power climb. I'm just going to keep it right in front of us here. And it is a glider, so let's do some actual gliding. All right, so it's up, throttle's off, and now it just glides. Found some, it's springtime now as we film this, and just the other day we found some very nice thermals. Yeah, it is blustery up there. You can see it getting knocked around. It is quite light, so it will get pushed a little bit, but even that being said, even on these windy days, it's still very much fun to fly. But you can imagine just how nice it is on a calm day too. So I'm just doing gentle circles here. This is mostly with rudder. Let it weather vane. How's that looking on camera?
Fantastic.
Nice. I'm going to go around to the other direction now, to the left. You see the colours there?
Oh yeah.
I'm bringing it down to the right. No power yet. We'll do a touch and go now. Look at that. Apply power. Go, 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 go. Oh no. See?
Was a good
That's
attempt.
the problem with the dry grass. Now, had this had been the morning or the evening with a bit of dew on the grass, that would have worked perfectly. I'm going to grab it and we'll do another hand launch. All right, so I'm going to redeem myself and show you that I can do a touch and go. It's very easy, I should be able to do it. Here we go. Away she goes. Climbing out now. Let's whip it around. Power off now. Actually, I'll do a full power pass. Very, very nice. It's got quite a screech to it, but you soon get used to it. Right, touch and go. Got to catch it on the power. That grass is very sticky today. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'm a bit high there. No problem. I'll go around. There's a slight pitch difference when you apply power, but not really. Look, this is power off now, and then apply power. Just a fraction. You soon get used to it. All right, let's do this touch and go. Bring it around. Keep the nose steady. Wind is trying its best to ruin it for me. See, it glides. It definitely glides. Get on the power. There we go. When it's sticky grass, you've just got to apply the power and get through it. All right, do the high rates, do a little bit of sillies, and then I'll come and bring it in for a landing. Just want to be into wind for what I want to do next. And here we go. Stick banging. Yeah, it can do it. We'll do another one with power on this time. You ready?
Yep.
Very nice. And I'll take it up and do a spin, I think, Andres, okay?
Okay.
Flight times, this is on a 2200 3S shorty pack. I've been going for, what, a good 7 or 8 minutes now. Let's get it up. I'm still on high rates. And let's get it into a spin. Very nice. This is in high rates, and then let go of the stick, pull up, and out she comes. Look at this. Bring it around. This is rudder now. Oh, look, there we go. Apply the power. And now we'll bring it in for a landing. Yeah, the sock is almost horizontal now, so it's really picked up. But it's so much fun even when the wind's like this, but on a calm evening, oh my days, it's beautiful. It's so nice and enjoyable to fly. Very, very different to the Cherokee with this power pod. All right, now we're gonna bring it in for a landing. It does glide, because it is a glider. Oh, that was really nice. I like that. So there it is. This is the Cherokee. I mean, technically it's a V2. Before it had the EDF on, now it has the motor pod. A small but quite significant change, and it actually really changes the flight performance and enjoyment of the model. We've reinforced the wing as well, new scheme and a few other refinements, and all in all, for the price, it's a great amount of fun in a relatively big package at 1700mm. So please check out the description below this video and you can find a link to the product. And I've been Stuart here for HobbyKing today with the HKing Cherokee V2. And I'll see you next time.